why you can't go, and what actually helps after 50. You wake up, you have your coffee, you wait, and nothing happens. Or maybe you do go, but it feels like a real struggle. You're bloated, uncomfortable, and honestly, a little frustrated, because this never used to be such a big deal. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Constipation affects nearly 40% of adults over 60, and yet most people never talk about it. Today, we're going to change that. Because there are real, science-backed things you can do, starting today, that can make a genuine difference. So first, why does this happen more as we get older? Is it just an unavoidable part of aging? Here's the honest answer. Constipation is more common after 50, but it is not something you just have to live with. And understanding why it happens puts you in control. Think of your digestive system like a conveyor belt. When you're younger, that belt runs at a good, steady pace. But as we age, a few things start to slow it down. And it's usually not just one thing. It's several things happening at the same time. First, your body changes on the inside. Conditions like an underactive thyroid, what doctors call hypothyroidism, diabetes, or changes in calcium levels in the blood can all quietly slow down how your gut moves. Your bowel muscles may lose some tone. Your nervous system signals to the gut become a little less sharp. You might not even feel the urge to go as clearly as you used to. None of this is your fault. It's biology. But it is something your doctor should know about, especially if the problem started recently. Second, your daily habits play a bigger role than most people think.
A diet that's lower in fiber, not drinking enough water through the day, sitting more and moving less, these are the most common lifestyle factors that set the stage for constipation. And here's the thing, for most of us, the shift happened gradually. Maybe the kids moved out, cooking big, balanced meals felt less necessary. Maybe a knee started hurting and walking became less routine. Life shifted, and so did our digestion. Third, and this one surprises a lot of people, your medications. If you're over 50 and taking multiple medications, listen closely. Some of the most commonly prescribed drugs for people our age, including certain blood pressure medications called calcium channel blockers, opioid pain relievers, some antidepressants, iron supplements, antihistamines, and even calcium supplements, can all slow down your gut. This doesn't mean you should stop taking them, but it does mean you should have a conversation with your doctor if constipation started around the same time you started a new medication. Okay, now for the part that actually matters. Here are 4 practical, evidence-based strategies drawn from research published by Harvard Health, the Mayo Clinic, and the National Institutes of Health. Step 1, rethink what you eat and how fast you change it. Fiber is your gut's best friend, but there's a catch. If you go from eating very little fiber to suddenly loading up on it, you're going to feel bloated and crampy, and you might give up before it has a chance to help. The smarter move? Go slow and go food first. Fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, and whole grains. For constipation specifically, 2 foods have particularly good scientific evidence behind them: prunes and kiwi. Studies reviewed by the NIH found both can meaningfully improve how often people go. A small handful of prunes in the morning or a couple of kiwis as a snack are easy places to start. One more nuance worth knowing. Soluble fiber, the kind found in oats, psyllium husk, and beans, tends to work better for constipation than the crunchy, insoluble fiber found in wheat bran. Think of soluble fiber like a sponge that absorbs water and helps things move through more smoothly. Step 2, drink smarter, not just more. You've probably heard drink more water. And yes, staying hydrated matters, especially when you're eating more fiber, because fiber without water is like trying to push dry sand through a tube. But here's what the research actually shows. For people who are already reasonably hydrated, simply drinking more and more water on top of that doesn't automatically fix constipation. The goal is consistent, spread out hydration. Sipping water through the day, drinking with your meals, not waiting until you're thirsty. One important note, if you have heart failure, kidney disease, or your doctor has told you to limit fluids, please follow their guidance, not a general rule. Fluid needs are not one size fits all. Step 3. Move your body, even a little. Exercise won't magically cure constipation overnight. The science on this is honest about that. But regular physical activity helps your gut move, strengthens the core and pelvic muscles you use during a bowel movement, and reduces overall sluggishness. You don't need to run a 5K. Walking is genuinely one of the best things you can do. Gentle yoga, swimming, even Tai Chi, these all count. If arthritis or pain makes exercise hard right now, the goal is just to build slowly. Even 10 minutes of walking after a meal can help stimulate your digestive system. Step 4. Train your gut with a routine. This one is simple but underused. Try to go at the same time every day. Your body has a built-in reflex called the gastrocolic reflex. After you eat, especially in the morning, your colon naturally becomes more active. That's the best window to use. Go to the bathroom within 20 to 30 minutes of breakfast, even if you don't feel a strong urge yet. Give yourself unhurried time. And here's a small but genuinely helpful trick. Prop your feet up on a small step stool, about 6 to 9 inches, while sitting on the toilet. This tilts your body into a more natural squatting position, which straightens the angle your body uses to pass stool. It sounds simple because it is, and it works.
Busting 3 myths. Before we wrap up, let's clear up 3 things people get wrong all the time. Myth 1. Constipation is just what happens when you get older. No, it's more common, yes, but it's not inevitable, and it's not something to just push through without looking into why it's happening. Myth 2. Laxatives will ruin your bowel forever. The research, including geriatric reviews from the NIH, does not support this fear. Laxatives, used appropriately, are not addictive and do not permanently weaken your gut. That said, they work best as a bridge, not a long-term substitute for diet and lifestyle changes. Myth 3. If it's not working, just keep adding more fiber. Actually, in some people, particularly those with a specific issue called slow transit constipation or pelvic floor dysfunction, piling on more fiber makes things worse, not better. If your constipation isn't improving after a few weeks of dietary changes, that's a conversation to have with your doctor. Everything I've shared today is based on research from Mayo Clinic, Harvard Health, and peer-reviewed NIH publications. But this video is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. If your constipation is new, getting worse, or comes with symptoms like weight loss, blood in your stool, severe abdominal pain, or vomiting, please see your doctor. Those symptoms need to be properly evaluated. Look, your gut health is connected to your energy, your comfort, your sleep, and honestly, your quality of life. The good news is that for most people over 50, the changes that help the most are not complicated or expensive. A few more prunes, a walk after breakfast, a glass of water with every meal, a footstool by the toilet. Small, consistent steps. That's really what the research points to. If this video was helpful, hit the like button. It helps other people find this information when they need it. And if you want more straightforward, science-based health content made specifically for people over 50, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We cover the topics your doctor doesn't always have time to explain. Take care of yourself. You deserve to feel good every single day.